Okay. Hi everyone, myself Manikandisha. Today I'm going to talk about how to choose a career in the design industry. First of all, the design industry is segregated into many different fields. Some of them are these are the segregations in design industry. So first of all, we will start with the graphic designing, catalyse designing, industrial products, fashion, web, interior, 3D designing, architecture, and more on. So for today, I have chosen some of them. Those are okay. Okay. Those are graphic designing, web designing, and motion designing. Today we are going to talk about these. Now you guys might think, why specifically these three? The reason behind this, I am specified in this and I have tons of experience on these three fields. So I'm going with it. On this, first of all, we are going to learn about first what this fields, okay? Then, sorry, why this fields, and next one is what's the right tool to use it, and third one will be the pros and cons of the field. Now let me start. Okay, first graphic designing. So in graphic designing, why graphic designing? Till now, everywhere around the world, business has an essential graphic needs like logos. I'll switch my chart. Okay, like logos, brand identity, promotional materials, product packaging. On logos, let me come from logo. Every business needs a logo to get identified. Assume that you are going to start a business. You would like to. You would have already planned. You would have already planned the service and what are the offers you are going to give in your business. So those things, when you are going to execute the business, the first thing you require is a logo. So logo plays a major role in every business. So graphic business has the high requirement for that. Then we can go with a brand identity. As business is growing, brand needs a specific customized pattern to showcase the brand. Here are some of the brand identities such as business card, letterhead, envelope, t-shirts, ID cards, and more. And then promotional materials. Promotional business has the essential and need of the promotional materials that can be print medium or a digital medium like pamphlets, flyers, prospects, booklets, ads, and posters. And then we have product packaging. Food industry and product or packaging based industries has a high demands on product packaging designs. So if you are looking at the Swiggy's and all the food industries will be putting their monies in packaging. So clean and neat packaging will be having a high demand. Okay, let's jump to next slide. Okay, what are the pros and cons? Sorry, I have jumped to slides. Okay, to be a graphic designer, what are the tools you need to learn? First, we have Illustrator or CorelDRAW. These are the same tools which gives the same kind of design style, which is vector based. First one is Adobe Illustrator. So it has been developed from Adobe, which everybody knows about that. Then another one is CorelDRAW, which is developed by Corel. The company name itself called as Corel, and the tool name is Draw. Each and every they both have equal strength and weakness. So you have to decide which tool you are going to use for the designing. So both are do the same thing, but they each and everything has a strength and weakness. So you have to choose by yourself. Then Photoshop. Photoshop is image based. So if the brand gives you a logo or something in a JPEG format, you have to use it as a PNG format. You have to convert, and you have to use the images for the pamphlets and the other print materials. So you have to have a knowledge on Photoshop also. Then optional we have InDesign. InDesign is a published publication industry tool which can be used in magazines, newspapers, and these type of design industries. Then the second thing is web designing. And here's why web designing. All growing brands require a website to be visible and easy to find in order to stay active and relevant with the targeted audience. As many startups and the big brands are growing rapidly, they're all trying to grab the user attention and to build trust in their product or service. So here I am having a small example for web designs. So I have two websites here. First one is Video Scrabble. Me and Gohan are talking about this by morning recently. So this website, which is done in a pretty cool UI structure, it has been designed well. Okay, let's see how it is. And another one is we have Explain Dio, the another website we have Explain Dio. And this is another website will give the same service, but the website UI itself says so. Is it trustable or will they have a good product service and all that? So I will come with the video Scrabble first. So here we go. Here we have some videos and big text with a clear UI, and they have easily said they have a free trial and a purchase plan. So they have a free and purchase plan. It's easy, and they have clearly said what are the platform they are in. They are using Windows and Mac. So they are saying about themselves and all. So testimonials already used the big companies. So they are giving more advantages and building the trust while we are scrolling the website itself. And it's clear and everything is neat and good. So this is how the UI structure will be designed by the web designers. If the UI is not good, everything will be dropped. So here's the another one, explainable. So they are given the big text over here and what are the service will be done, what all can be done in this too. That's a video similar like that. And straight directly moving for the instant access to the explainer, and they are directly telling that what are the payment we are accepting. Then they have been having a here little too short. The download available of our Mac PC and Macs and all. Then first of all, the brand logo itself not visible over here on the top of that. So it itself gives which brand is it trustable or not. That will be very convenient. They have used the logo over here as a big thing. So these are all not in videos, and these are just take images only, just a screenshots of it. And they are telling something blah 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 blah. Okay, they have spent what are the so even the UI itself of the application itself very bad. So it looks too clumsy. So this type of service they are providing the low quality products, so then it will be not trustable and ready. Nobody will be ready to buy. But the product is so effective, but the design and the product quality is not good. So it will make people to think twice about before purchasing. Okay, there are too many long scrolls over here, and everything has been said in single page. That's the problem. So if we lose our patient, we will be closing it up. So we can't able to drive from this page to another pages. So nothing has been linked. Still the scroll size. Still it has we have scrolled only half pages. So it has tons of things, and here's the pricing goes. So if you have something like this in a single scroll, everything we are saying it. Look at the testimonials, how big it is. If we compare the previous page, it will be so small and so crisp and easily grab our attention. So the stars ratings itself you can see, but the testimonials is too big. You can shortlist or make it as a swipe and all. So UX business will be thinking about this and all, and how many scrolls we are browsing. Okay, again, they have shown the price itself for click to buy. Then copyrights and all also given in a single page. So this is not the best way to do and showcase your project. So better way to go with the clean and neat UI. So here that's how a web designer will need to be. Okay, next jump to. Okay, what are the tools to learn? As a designer, you have to know about the UI and UX. So UI UX can be designed on Adobe XD. The XD's name is Adobe XD Experience Design. Then another alternative tool which is for Mac users, so they can use the diamond thing is Sketch. This is the another thing. So another option we have for Mac and Windows actually, the Figma. Figma is also doing the same UI UX designs, mm, but it has a mm, it has a bit low features comparing with Adobe XD and Sketch. So you have to choose from either you can try it also Figma, but better go with Adobe. Or if you are using Mac, go with Sketch. So both are similar. Let's jump to next slide. Next, we have motion design. Why motion design? Video consumption is boosting. Mm, Okay, okay. Why motion design? Video consuming is booming with continuous revenue. Brands are spending brands are spending on videos formats to sell that product or service in the easiest way. So brands are selling the product like Zomato and Uber Eats ads and all you can see on YouTube. So they will be promoting a lot by the motion videos. So it will be helpful for the brand to sell the products or service what they are doing. Some of the motion designs are brand intro. So brand will be having that logo intro as a motion design. So that will be also there. And ads like already I have existingly said about the Zomato and Uber Eats and all. Then we have product infographs. So product infographs, if we are going to elaborately telling about the products, how to use, making videos, and all done by motion designers. So we have tons of things with the motion designers to do. Then even nowadays, our popular thing is song lyrics. We can do the song lyrics as the motion designer. Okay. Then what are the tools? First of all, motion design is done only from After Effects. So After Effects has a tons of things, another things to do. Motion design is a piece of this tool. Okay. Then we have to learn about Premiere Pro and Final Cut. And Final Cut is alternative for Mac users. So for both Adobe products are used in Mac and Windows. Premiere Pro you can go with that. Premiere Pro is for editing the video or making a clip on it, so you can use that. For motions, full in full, you'll be using the After Effects. Okay. Let's go to pros and cons. First of all, I will go with the pros. Cool and interesting to work. Motion design projects are cool and they are much more interesting compared with the other design stuff. So it will be more interesting to work. You can explore your creative ideas on three dimensions. In other graphic and other designs and all, you cannot go with the 3D dimension. So here we can use a 3D dimension objects and we can play with that perspective and physics. Then cons. Cons in animation are highly time consuming. The cons animations are highly time consuming. While and another one is Until you understand the physics, the animation will be not much interesting. So you have to understand the physics of the object you are using. For example, you have to know the difference between pushing the ball and the kicking the ball. If you push the ball, it will be revolving and move forward. So you have to animate the object accordingly. So if you just revolve the object and you are not pushing it, just you are pushing the object moving forward. If it doesn't revolve, it will not be interesting to watch, and it will be not not will it will be not be a nature move. So we have to know the physics and the perspective of the object. If we kick the ball, the perspective will be changed. The ball size will be scaled down, and as far it goes, it will be looking small. So we have to think about the physics and the perspective and all. So we have to concentrate on that. Okay. Here's some tips. I have three tips which you can do one after another. Here's the tip. First one: learn technical skills accordingly to your interest. You can learn the technical skills of the design. Initially start copying the stuff. You can copy the other works stuffs and all, and trying it out, try to redesign that. So then you will get a better idea of how to make that. Then uh, again try to do similar things which I have done. So if you just take a reference and do something which is similar to that, if you try it by yourself, you can get then get inspired by other works. If you keep on researching and following other works, you can get inspired and you can learn the techniques they are using, how they are using it creatively. So you can learn from that. Then third one is learn the rules by watching videos. There are tons of rules for the designing and all the designs. Okay, so there will be a grid rule, typograph, print. For print medium, we have a separate rule. Then we have a rule for colors, shadows, perspective, and noise, and all this stuff, and a lot more. So you have to know the basic rules, how it can be used, how to apply that object, how to apply on objects, and all other materials. Then after that, check the trends and learn and keep learning and keep updating your styles. So don't need to be in a single style which you are using. Try to update yourself. Then second one is interact with other designers. So you have to interact with other designers by joining as an intern. So you have to communicate, or you have to. Sorry, I had a call. Okay, join as an intern or try to get in touch with the other designers. If you have other designers friends or somebody closer to you, show them your works, and you will be they will be train you to how to improve that. So get in touch with another designers, interact with other designs. Then third one is grow your network. Grow your network with the community people, design community people. To do that, you have to go to the designer meetups, which can be paid or free, and events. So go there and look for the opportunities to experience. If you can't able to go, engage with the listeners on social media. In social media platforms, there are many listeners out there, so you can go and engage with them, look at that content, and write it on the commands. How did you do that? Ask them, DM it, so you can get the knowledge of how they are doing it. They will be teaching you how to do that and all. So these are the helps. Sorry, I got another call. So this all helps you to set your successful ground in your career. Now, last but not least, I will be telling the secret. The secret is my workflow. So how I used to work on my projects and all. So these are the work. This is the flow which I used to follow. I will observe, ideate, prototype, and test and implement it. So from observe. So observe is nothing like we have to research and refer other works. So if you are going to start a project, take a deep research on the project. So what all you can use it, which one you can do, what all the updates you can grow. Then refer the other works. If you are in the specific industry, doing the work on a specific industry, look at the industrial trends and try to catch what they are doing and try to remodify what you can give the best. So don't do the similar thing what they have done. If they are using a different normal design strategy, you use the new updated modern design things, so you can be unique in that. Then ideate. After observing these kind of things, then ideate how you are going to do your project, what all the things you are going to do in this project. Then prototype basically structure your project with the elements, what are the elements you are going to use, colors, and all these things. After that, testing is something like after you are done and ideated all the things and prototype that, you have to make sure which suits, or you can upgrade something like colors, fonts, and shapes. So these three can be in the testing. So you can, if you already plan for something like blue color but doesn't suit for the brand or something in the industry, then you have to change in the testing time. So do that, then implement. If everything is good to go, then go with the real project. That's it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.
Uh, thank you, Mani. Thank you so much. It was actually uh, really very informative that we got to learn about three different types of designing. Am I visible to anyone of you? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here. So, people, so if you have any doubts that you want to ask Mani regarding designing or anything that is concerned with the designing part, you can shout your questions.
I just like to add one question. It's like our company logo.
Can you turn, Praveen? Can you turn on your video?
Correct.
So that, yes, Praveen.
So actually, my question is from a company. I'm just asking about. We are having an old design. It's like a with white background and one design is there. Black color emoji is used, and it has been changed to yellow one with black emoji. What is the main motto of that, sir? Is there any recommend on that on changing the logo from the previous one to the new one?
Okay, you are asking about the Reach Skyline.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mani, come on, Mani.
Okay. Actually, we are using a white logo, white background actually from the beginning, which is it doesn't suit for all the medium, so all the platforms. If you are using it in stationaries or on other things, it is not aligned with the name and all. So that's why we have chosen and fixed in a shape itself, in a circle shape. Then we have tons of things going on the like hat and stars and all. Something will be inside that rockets and all. So we have removed that additional elements and all. So we have just made it as a minimal. So we have done the minimal, and our brand name is misaligned on the previous one. So we have been updated that and fixed all the issues on that. So we are while using the browsers and other things, can't able to use in a white background. So we are requiring a colorful thing. So we have used and remodified that, because if we are using in white, we need something if you are using a background color with yellow, if the logo is in the white, which is transparent, the star will be on the black color. So it doesn't suits that for that place. So we have to make an separate colors of the background to look like a logo. So we don't need that. We have to merge with the background. So that's why we have been changed. Can you get me?
Yeah. Actually, the previous logo it's like an Telegram app icon. So I just asking on that.
No, I think
Like
a lot of elements that a lot of people use have already been like done and dusted so far. Like if you use a thunderbolt symbol, it's already there in like catalyse. It's already there in a movie called Bolt. It's already there in like Flash's logo. So a lot of symbols that have like massive marketing campaigns to promote that symbol for their particular logo, which will automatically make us think of that brand alone. So if you take Swiggy's logo as an example, it is actually a location mark and converted it to the S. So once you get into designing, you initially see the location mark, the first thing that you see. So there are a lot of things. Actually, Google Maps also has the same thing because its core value is to have location and it is a map. So more than what we think of Google Maps, we think of Swiggy as a thing because it is more popular than that because we consume it on a daily basis and we order food on a continuous basis. So initially when we edited on Reach Skyline's logo, it was like back in 2016 and 15. We wanted to have it as a like a Reach Skyline, something to associate with the space or something like that. So that is why it was like a star swooping into like fast and like success or something like that. But later then we got to know that okay, these elements are actually not required and we should get eliminated with all of them, so that to have a minimal and an abstract design that will put like our brand into a simpler brand reflective factor. And we also tried something like we wanted to put just the R inside the logo, but it kept us remaining of the Rockstar, the logo from San Andreas movie. So we got rid of the idea. I think we can share some of the photos that we had designed for Reach Skyline, which got cancelled in the ideation process. So I think this is a very nice question. It brought us a lot of memories for us. So thank you, Praveen. So does anyone have any more questions? We have exactly 4.5 minutes for the call.
One more question for me.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, Praveen. Can you turn on your video and put your question?
Yeah, one second. Yeah. Could you able to visible me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am new to the designing part. So most probably even I new to the designing. I mean for the digital marketing also. Come on. After that I'll be new for the designing part. So how can I start my career in the designing area? Because I'm interested in the marketing and as well as in the designing part. So how can I push my career to designing part? So how can I start? Like I'll create my logo or else I create my motion. So actually they elaborate me 2 3 steps, right? So on the 3 steps initially, which one I can take for my first step?
Mani, can you answer?
You have to go ahead with the. You can go ahead with the first step. You have to do it one after another. Okay. So first you have to learn the technical skills. The first thing is.
Okay.
Then next you have to interact with the other designers to learn and develop your skills accordingly. So you will be you don't have a knowledge of how the print medium works, how the digital medium, what are the sizes, so how it will be changes in the output of the print medium and all. So we don't know what all those. So first you have to develop your skill and get educated about the tools first of all. Then you have to go to an internship or you have to find someone who can mentor you.
Okay. Is
Then
there
grow
any
your network.
yeah, is there any programming or any online courses has been in the graphical line?
Yeah, there are a lot of online courses which are free and paid. So you can go to U
Okay.
Academy for graphic designing or any specific for the tools and all. So you can go
Okay.
for graphic designing or whatever.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Then third is
one last thing because the call will end in 2 minutes. So Praveen, yeah, sure. So
okay.
it's like understanding.
Yes.
It's like understanding or learning karate. Okay. So you can take a course,
Okay.
you can do whatever the thing, but unless you practice, you will not hit someone or you will not defend anyone
Yes.
by
Yes.
any means, like in far, far, far away. So unless otherwise
Okay.
you get better at the skill that you are actually going to learn, you'll never be able to do it. You can do a course on Udemy, you can do a course on Unacademy, you can do a course on Upgrade, you can do a course on like free course, like millions of videos available on Photoshop, on Adobe XD, on Adobe After Effects. But I can see an entire
Okay.
1 hour video of how to do animations, but I'll still not be able to make shit unless I make shit. So it's all about making shit.
Okay.
It's a difference of making shit and you being the shit. So you make shit a ton of times and you actually become the shit. So it's about you practicing over and over again and implementing in such a way that you become the master. That's the only thing.
Yes.
So it's you deciding what you want to be, whether you want to be a designer or you want to be a digital marketer. Then you decide, okay, I'm going to be a designer. I'm going to fucking do this again over and over again. It's as simple as that. Because I wanted to just
Okay.
wind it
Okay.
up in a 1 minute session because I don't want to rush up the ending. So
Sure. Sure.
thank you so much
Sure.
for Praveen and like Praveen, both Praveens for answers today and
Thank you.
questions answered today. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I thank everyone for being in the meeting today. And since it's the last minute, I wanna conclude it in such a way that doesn't get interrupted. Thank you so much. We'll see you again in another meeting. It is going to be on Friday. It's going to be about SEO. Thank you so much for participating. We'll see you in another meeting. Bye
Bye bye.
Bye.
bye. Bye 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 bye.